Jesse on Wednesday
I think you told
night.
Jesse enough on Wednesday night.
Well, I meant to tell him again on Wednesday night, if he's addressing the players, face the commentary box so we can hear him, because when he turns his back on us, it's not only ignorant, but... I'm just joking, Jesse.
Well, we're
just joking.
The first grade side about to take the field, so as you guys go through the side for the video game and the footage, we're going to switch off the Facebook Live, so thanks for everyone for joining us. Ben down here is going to be working tirelessly to get us back on there, and Mitch will have the video and we'll be up live.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, yeah, thanks. So I'll roll with the sides, Reggie. All right, with the Denman side. Got fullback Zach Webb on the wings, Lachlan Walker and Jackson Ball. Centers Reinhard Ladigan and Logan Ellis. Jacob Ellis is a 5'8", Luke Rees is a half. Props are Josh Scrimger and Dylan Thorne. Hooker Adam Gretsch and Captain Coach. Second rows, Tommy Mann and Isaac McCormick, Locke Brady Bankovic. On the bench is Nathan Bowie, Jamie Carter, Damien Bass and Carl Bowd.
Okay. Right there, Bomber.
Yeah.
For Scone, the fullbacks Hayden Topless, the wingers are Timmy Smith in number 2 and Ronan Haddon in number 5. He's had a good season so far, both those wingers, I should say. Freddie Adams is 1 centre, number 3, and Joel Harrison's number 4. Adam Clydesdale is number 6, Jakey Watts number 7. Front rowers in 8 and 10 respectively will be Tommy Hagan and Mickey Radford. The hooker Jared Wicks, Isaac Austin 11, Nick Watson number 12, Dan Ritter 13, and only 2 subs at the moment. We'll get to the other 2 very shortly. Ryan Hawkshaw is number 14, and Jakey Collison has been tremendous off the bench this season in number 15. He's been outstanding off the bench, Jakey Collison, Bomber.
Yeah, Jake, he'd be probably pretty close to getting the starting spot. It'd be interesting to see Mick Radford is due to go overseas or go somewhere. He's not going to be available later on in the season, so it'd be interesting to see whether Jake gets promoted up to be a starter. I think he's probably done enough to get a crack. Obviously, they're sitting pretty at the top of the table and they could probably experiment if they wanted to, but it depends on whether Aaron's going for the throat right in every game or not.
I'll tell you what, Bomber, he's... would you say that Adams' influence this year has helped Watsy as coach? He would have brought a lot of stuff back, even though Adams, he's not that old, is he, Adam Clydesdale, but he would have brought a lot of great ideas back from, his experience in the NRL.
I think what helps Aaron a lot is, and probably more to the players have brought in the way Adam plays. Like when he jumps the short side, the players are there. Yeah, he could jump a short side, and if they're not there, it might look silly, but they're all on the ball. They all know what's going on. Are we live, are we?
Yeah, we're
live.
It's saying we're working, but we're just trying to work out whether it is actually coming through or not. So it's just, we'll wait and see. It seems to be, it's even an app that's happening on my phone. So
is it working?
No, it's not. It's coming up. There's an issue with the app. So. Yeah, unable to start session, so yeah, it's an issue with the MixLR, so we'll stop that and get on with the game so we don't get sidetracked with that.
We'll just go old school, Banker.
Yes, old school, onto the camera, like we normally do anyway. No one
we'll do that.
No one at home can...
tell me, Reggie, do we put any progress scores on the Facebook so that
we'll do
the listeners can find out?
We'll do that.
We can do that. That's your job, Reggie.
Okay.
Banko, tell me about Lachlan Walker. I don't know him.
I think it's Trent Walker's younger brother.
No,
it's not.
It's the young fellow that his parents were sitting here the other day when we spoke to him.
Okay, squash that idea. I was told, seriously, up at the dressing sheds, by a very learned young man that it was Trent Walker's younger brother.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I don't believe so. You were talking about the young fellow.
I've never seen him, Bomber.
Wasn't the young fellow? What was that kid name that was sitting there that day? That was the kid, wasn't it? His parents were sitting there, and we asked his name. You gave him a big rap.
I could probably find it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now that does ring a bell, Reggie. Thank you very much for enlightening me on that. Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing you. So Jakey Ballard is one touch judge. The other touch judge, I would imagine, would be Anthony Worth. I
Could be worth. He's had a couple. He's had a big day.
Corey Martin, no, not Corey. Is it Corey? Yes, Corey Martin is the referee. Now, look, I don't want to preempt anything, but the last time Corey Martin refereed these two teams up at Scone, it was 13-0 the penalty count to Scone up until the 50th minute. Now, I watched the game, and as you guys called it on that very cold night up there, Scone were not perfect for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's hope we get a bit fair income today.
On the Denman side of the coin, Benko, it's important they start well. As Aberdeen did last week, they put Scone under immediate pressure. Watsy be obviously wary of the fact that he doesn't want Scone to start slow either. So,
no.
Over to you, Benko.
Here's the kick, Bomber, and I was just about to say before we get underway, I'd like to see Denman mix it up and put that ball right deep in the corners with their kicking game. It has to be spot on today, and the first run of the day is Joshy Scrimger, who collected the ball about 10 metres off his own line. Here's big Dylan Thorne, his first run for 2019 in new colours. Good run here as well. There's Benkovic, he chucks gets a ball and he takes it out to about the 30-metre line. I tell you what, those athletic lines, Bomber, that they've put the black paint absolutely causing havoc and trying to work those lines. There must have been an athletic carnival up here earlier in the week for the schools.
I think it's the Denman Athletic Club home base. It's funny how they've got it across the line.
Okay. Well, here's Topless. After that set of six, a good set of 6-2, they got the ball down deep into the Scone half, and Topless took the first one. There's Ronan Haddon. He takes the second one, and he's just shy of the halfway already, the Scone side. He's Jakey Collison, and there's the first penalty of the game. They're offside, Denman, so that's a really good piggyback penalty for the Scone team. And Jakey Watts is going to find touch, and I think that is roughly 30 metres out, right on the 30-metre line from the Denman line. So here it is. Freddie Adams going to take the tap restart. He gives it on to Nick Watson, and Watson charges at the defence. He goes straight into the arms of Dylan Thorne and Scrimger. They're only about 15 out, the Scone Thoroughbreds. Ball goes to Tommy Hagan. Short tip onto Radford, and Radford charges. He had a great season so far, Mickey Radford. 5 out, quick play the ball. Ball goes on to Jake Collison, on to who's that, number 12, Nicky Watson. Over to Ronan Haddon. Ronan Haddon is trying to drag him down about 3 metres out from the Denman line. Pressure right on the Devils. Freddie Adams at dummy half, long ball out to Collison. And, oh, that's a high shot. Who was that? Was that Gretchy? It was a high shot on Tommy Hagan, and he went down, but he's up on his feet. The Scone boys have come in.
Leave it, fellas.
Really good. That was not called for there. That was a high shot.
It was high, Benko. I think the reaction of the Scone players probably wasn't the reaction that the actual tackle was. It was high, but it certainly wasn't anything malicious in it. He jumped straight back up.
Straight up, Tommy Hagan, but it certainly didn't look good. But thank goodness he's up, Tommy Hagan. He could have laid down, but he didn't. Tough boy. And I think Gretchy, it was definitely.
It was silly, and then you've carried on. We don't need it, righto?
Did you like that comment? Then you went on with it. He stood there. He stood there still. About 5 Scone blokes flew in from nowhere on him. Gretchy didn't do a thing except put the high tackle in.
Yeah, there was a strange call there by the
didn't go on with it at all. Here's Freddie Adams with the tap penalty. He got a severe caution there, Gretchy. He won't want to do that again. Here's Jared Watts, Jared Watts. Jared Wicks at dummy half. On to Adam Clydesdale. He juggled that, and that for short pass on to Daniel Ritter didn't come off, and it went straight into the arms of Scrimger. Here's Denman. They get the ball. A bit of a let off there. Big tackle out there. I can't see who made that tackle. Here, ball goes down that short blind. It goes straight into the arms of Jackson Ball.
Good run by Jackson Ball.
It was a good run from a winger who came in to take the pressure off. Gretchy at dummy half. Long pass out to who's that?
McCormick.
I can't even see that.
It's Isaac
McCormick. He shaved his beard. It's shorter. Gretchy with the ball onto Benkovic. He charges in behind that A and B defender. Someone's down for Scone. That's Isaac Austin. Good run from the young fella. Tommy Hagan finished him off. The ball goes deep into Luke Ruiz, and Luke Ruiz is looking for touch, and he kicks it over here. Terrible bounce. It's trying to bounce in. No, it's straightened up somewhat, but it's gone into touch right on the 20-metre line, or just shy of the 20-metre line. So Scone will get the scrum feed 22 metres out from their own line.
Look over the set there, Benko. They've taken it from their try line up to the Scone 20. Obviously, Brady Benkovic's just got the hit to the elbow or something like that. But
that was in that run, I'd say.
But now Denman's probably got to be a little bit disciplined here. Forced Scone into a decent kick, because the last time they were up here, they just gave a penalty away and let them come down onto the line easily.
Yeah, Nolan Stubbs, he'll put up with it for a little while. He won't... He doesn't like admitting that he's in a lot of pain, but he's
I don't know whether he's hyperextended or something. He's not healthy.
Anyway, Scone with the scrum feed. They're at 28 metres off their own line. Here's Austin, and Austin goes forward. Good tackle out there. He gets to the just shy of the 40. Good tackle by Scrimger. Clydesdale scoots away from dummy half, and that's how Singleton made all their ground last week. He unloads it. He gets it on to Topless, I think that is, and Topless is tackled right on the halfway line. Ball comes out short. No, very slow play of the ball, but he gets him. Clydesdale is wrestled to the ground. There's a little bit of niggle there in that tackle there, Bomber, from Thorne, and Clydesdale let him know it too afterwards. He's on to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams comes into Logan Ellis, and Jacob comes over the top, and they try and drag him a little bit further to the sideline. It's the last tackle. They're just over halfway. A little bit of niggle in this game. Yep. Ball goes out to Jared Wicks, and Wicks puts a really ordinary bomb up. Was Isaac Austin onside? Ball goes on to Daniel Ritter, and Ritter's held up. He tries to unload it. No, he doesn't, and he's put down roughly 25 metres out from the Denman line. And that wasn't a great set of six for the Scone thoroughbred.
No, there was a bit of niggle in it, Benko, but if you're going to take a leaf out of the Rapid book last week, you've got to be in Scone's face. You just can't sit back and let them play the football they used to play. Otherwise, they'll beat on the scoreboard all the time.
Here's Jackson Ball with the ball now, and he takes the ball up to about the 35-metre line, about 15 in from touch. Denman on the attack. The first couple of sets have been very, very good, but we all know that Scone will not lie down. They will keep coming, and they'll keep putting that pressure on. The ball goes over Hayden Topless's head. An early kick from Gretchen. It's gone down. He's going to collect it on his own line. Get this. They need to get him early, Hayden Topless, because if they don't, great tackle from Jacob Ellis. Probably one of the only other guys besides his brothers that can match Hayden Topless for speed. Jacob goes in. He gets under that tackle. He didn't go low. Dylan Thorne's wrestled him to the ground now. That's Ronan Haddon. He's tackled 25 metres out from his own line, 15 in from touch. Ball goes there to Timmy Smith, and Timmy Smith comes from the opposite wing, and he charges at the Denman line, and Tommy Mann and Benkovic get him down. Ball goes on to Tommy Hagan, and Hagan goes for a great tackle there from Joshy Scrimger, is it, Bomber? About 5 shy of halfway. Clydesdale at dummy half onto Watts. Watts gives a short pass out to Austin. Austin gets up over halfway, looks to unload it, and he doesn't. He goes to ground over halfway. It's the last. Adam Clydesdale at dummy half again. Gets a ball to Watts. Big midfield bomb. It's a torpedo. It's coming down very awkwardly, but great take from Zachy Webb. Took it on his own 30, Bomber.
Yeah, good take by Webb. He's pretty safe under the high ball.
Here's Jackson Ball. He's been very good, Jackson Ball, getting that possession straight up there. He got hit in a little bit of a solid tackle there by Nick Watson, who is a very
You'd probably like
defender.
to see Jackson play a game of first grade without having to worry about playing a game of reserve grade.
Yeah.
Helping out no end.
Geez, that's a good run by Dylan Thorne. Who was that came in? Adam Clydesdale came in to bury him, but he pushed Adam Clydesdale off in a really solid effort. Here's Jacob Ellis. Little chip over the top. It goes in behind Roden Haddon. They need the bounce. He doesn't. He climbs all over it, Ronan Haddon. He collects it only about 30 metres out from his own line, a metre in from touch. Good bit of creative play from Jacob Ellis there, Bomber. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was just enough to...
It was something different from Jacob.
That's right. He took out the chance of a 7-tackle set, made the little winger for Scone hadn't turned back and had to make a play on the ball.
So here's Isaac Austin with the ball. He's had a couple of tip-offs from Clydesdale and Jakey Watts. They're going down that short side. Clydesdale takes off from dummy half. Cut out pass from Jake Watts. He gives it on to Timmy Smith, and this boy can motor. He comes to Zach Webb. He goes inside Zach Webb. He goes in through another one, and he goes just next to the post and scores a very good try. That cut-out pass was sensational out there from Jake Watts, and gives it on to Tim Smith, who's raced 50 metres to score a try just next to the left uprights. 4-0 to the Scone Thoroughbreds after under 32 minutes to go in this first half. Really good effort there, Bomber.
Yeah, it was good effort. Obviously, as soon as you get Timmy Smith into space, it's going to create drama. But yeah, that set started over here for Scone on their own 30-metre line, and the Denman defence needs to be better. They've got them into the corner, and they've just gone to the middle of the park and just created a number. Couldn't quite see whether they were stripped for numbers or it was just a bit of good footy by the half to give the ball out to Timmy Smith. But
yeah, I think they zeroed in on Jackson Ball. He came in, he condensed into the defence, but beautiful pass out there, and he cut out a couple of cut-out passes, and or one cut-out pass really did the damage, and Tim Smith was already flying onto it. So great stuff. And I know, Bomber, I don't know if you saw it last week, but Scone love utilising that short side.
Oh yeah, particularly when
they've got players in motion.
I'm just looking to see if Adam's actually gone straight in hooker already. I think the way Wixie's coming back here, I'd say Adam's actually playing hooker right from the start. Wearing 6 but playing 9.
So the conversion makes it 6-0. Didn't have any trouble with that.
Be important now, Banco. Denman have got to be strong defensively here, discipline and defensively. They've got to get Scone into forcing into a kick. You just can't let them roll back up the other end of the field and get a good attacking kick in.
True, very true. I think Scone, every time I've watched Scone this season, they love having players in motion and really charging and putting pressure on that short side defence, and they usually find the numbers. Here's Tommy Hagan off the the kick restart. He goes straight into Tommy Mann and Dylan Thorne on his own 20. He's run, hadn't always been running well all year, and he's tackled 28 metres out from his own line, and he's dropped that ball in the tackle from Jossie Scrimger. Really good effort from Scrimger, Bomber.
Yeah, he's been good in the first 10 minutes, Josh has, and now it's a chance for Denman to probably just settle in and see if they can't score, at least put some pressure put Scone under some pressure with a repeat set. It'll be interesting to see what they do here from the scrum, whether they chance their arm. Yeah,
last week their first few sets against Singleton were a little bit ordinary. They just need to be a little bit creative, chance their hand a couple of times, but possession is the biggest thing. Off the scrum feed, Jacob Ellis gives it on to Jackson Ball. He's centre field. He's 25 metres out from the Scone line. Options left and right. He goes right to Adam Gretsch and gives it to Webb, and Webb gets up inside the Scone 20. Still centre field. Gretsch, he's appealing for a penalty. He does. He gets it. Surprise, very good. Here's a set of 6, a little repeat set, so he's trying to calm the players down here, Gretsch. They need to work better and make this count while they've got this opportunity early in the match. Here's Scrimger, tap restart from Gretsch to Scrimger, and he charges. He's only about 11 metres out, and he's lost a ball. Okay, so last week there was 2 players in that, and Gretsch is absolutely roaring that it was stripped. He had a really good view of that. Last week's Denman against Singleton, they had about 6 or 7 penalties against them for strips, and we made comment during the week that 50-50s, but while Nick Martin was in charge, he runs the show, and on this occasion it didn't go Denman's way. So here's the Scone feed, and it comes out. No, he wants it back in. Didn't go in the centre, Bomber. Scrum feed to Scone. Centre field, 12 metres out. The pressure's off the Thoroughbreds, and that's the last thing that Denman needed was the turnover there.
The key word, Ben.
And this is it. Yeah, this is what happened. Well, it's happened all year. These little 1%ers in possession has killed them. And good pass from Nick Watson on the run and hadn't, but Jacob Ellis, thank goodness Jacob Ellis was the man in tow, because he rounded him up really well. Here's Scone, just over their own 30, gives it on to Mickey Radford, and Radford charges at the Denman line. He gets up over the 40, about 20 in from touch. Adam Clydesdale appealing now, and he does well, Adam Clydesdale. Where's the strong tackle there? Yeah. Where was a strong tackle and a couple of seconds allowed? It goes both ways. I won't say another thing for Ingham this year. Anyway, Scone with the piggyback penalty. They got the ball down. They're going to have the tap restart to Freddie Adams. He charges at the Denman line. He's right inside the 30, 10 in from touch. Nicky Watson at dummy half. He's going to give a short pass on to Jake Wicks, and he gives it on to Ritter. And Ritter gets out of one. He steps off his left. He pushes off another. And that he's inside the 10, Daniel Ritter. He's looking to unload it, but good tackle from Dylan Thorne. Those two know how to battle. Here's Adam Clydesdale, ducks out of dummy half. He goes under one would-be defender and scores next to the uprights.
Yep.
You can see the shortness there, Adam Clydesdale. You cannot take your eyes off him, and he went straight under a tackle by Isaac McCormick that he will not want to look at the replay.
Yeah, Isaac's probably overread the situation, and by the time he's attempted to make the tackle on Adam, he was too high, and he was there in time, but his technique let him down.
This is the thing, Bomber. They had perfect field position. They lost it on the first. Either way you want to look at it, the ball was turned over, regardless. And Scone made them pay. They got the benefit of a piggyback penalty here, and they scored off that next set of 6. And it's a killer. It's an absolute killer.
Yep. The one thing in the early stages, Banco, is that I think they've just got to dig in defensively. I know it's hard. They've got back-to-back penalties, but the first 3 or 4 tackles are fine. It's that last couple of tackles in the set that are letting them down.
Yep, and that's the thing that's let them down all season. It's let them down all season. Just the cheap turnovers in possession, in great field position, and really you cannot give Scone that opportunity. You cannot give him that much cheap possession.
No, you're right. But as we said after the first try, the Denman boys have got to get a good kick-off, good defensive set. Scone probably won't throw much at them as far as moving the ball around off their own line. They've just got to stay disciplined, make their tackles, and do the opposite of what Scone are going to work for the kick. Well, Denman are going to work for their kick, the kick return.
Is that Joel Harrison kicking that conversions, Bomber?
Possibly.
I missed the number. It's 12-0 here to the Thoroughbreds. Under 25 minutes to go in round 8 of the Bengalla Group 21 clash, and Tommy Hagen gets the ball off the restart. He goes through a couple of ordinary attempts, and he gets to his own 20. Ball goes from dummy half onto Ronan Haddon, and Haddon goes at the line. He's tackled 25 metres out, centre field. Clydesdale at dummy half, short pass out to Ritter. Ritter gives another good pass out to Bradford. An intercept pass there. Who was that? That's Jackson Ball. Jackson Ball gets the ball, and Ritter comes. No, Tommy Hagen comes back at him again. No, sorry, that was Radford. Here's Scrimger. Scrimger gets to the defensive line now. They need to hold possession here. Gretsch at dummy half, centre field, 12 out from the Scone line. On to Thorne. Thorne gets the ball, and he goes straight at the Scone line. Geez, he's had some clashes over the years, and then Corey Martin's found a penalty there. Hands on the ball from Daniel Ritter. So the ball, Denman will get a repeat set here. He's 8 metres out from the Scone line. They need to sustain some pressure here. A couple of repeat sets would be great for them. Gretsch gets the ball onto Tommy Mann. Short tap restart. He stops before he gets to the line. He's only 3 out. I don't know if Tommy was expecting that, Bomber, but here's the ball under Benkovic. Benkovic charges at the line. He goes straight there. Good tackle under the legs by Ritter. Over the top, I think it was Jake Watts. Nevertheless, here's the ball out to Luke Ruiz. On to Isaac McCormick. He tried to flick it in no man's land there, Bomber. What was that? He's got a Scone knock on.
He's tried to flick it, and he's got the luck of the draw.
He has got the luck of the draw. I don't know if that was... he needed to do that early. They needed to set up for a repeat set.
I'd like to see the 6 and the 7 here for Denman. Jacob and Dan Roy. It's Dan Luke. Take control here.
Yeah, I think I just spotted Jacob talking to Logan. They might have something on here. Dylan Thorne is standing at first receiver on the left-hand side of the scrum. Scrum's going to be packed 10 metres out from the Scone line. What can the Devils do? Ball goes out to Dylan Thorne. He goes to the defence. He charges into Freddie Adams and Ronan Haddon. There's another one in there as well. They're all trying to put him down. They don't need any Arthur Boots and passes right now. Ball goes to Gretsch. Still appealing. Comes to this short side onto Jacob Ellis. He dances around. He goes once, he doesn't, he go again, but Jared Wicks collects him in a really good ball and all tackle. I think he's calling for a strip, one-on-one strip. Corey Martin said no, there was a second player in there. Is that right, Bomber?
I think he's called hold on the ground and Wixie throws the
Okay,
ball
quick
out
tap. Ball goes to Tommy Man, I should say, and Tommy Man gets the ball.
They need more depth, Banker. They need heaps more depth.
Yeah, players in motion would help as well. Ball goes to Gretchy, short pass to Luke Roos. Out to Bengovic, short pass onto Isaac McCormick, and he's tackled. They've lost a bit of ground there, but they've played with that width you're looking for, Bomber. Bengovic goes from dummy half. He's trying to unload it. He doesn't. He's held there in a good tackle. He's trying a one-on-one strip. I think that's Joel Harrison out there, Bomber, or Nick Watson. Ball goes out here to Luke Roos. Long pass over to Scrimger. He goes to the defensive line. Scone's defence is rock solid at the moment. Gretch at dummy half, 10 metres out. Jakey Ellis gets the ball. Ellis tries to look for a little gap there. He's held up on the last. They need a repeat set of 6. He's only a metre out. Gretch at dummy half, over to Luke Roos. Little grubber kick through. It comes off Nick Watson's feet, going nowhere. So Scone will retrieve the ball. Good defensive set from the Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, they didn't throw an awful lot at him, Bank. I just like if Jacob's going to run the ball, I reckon he's just got to run on that 45-degree angle and back his pace.
Yeah, he did it last week, and he did it with great success against Singleton on a couple of occasions and made Singleton pay. But what a great run there from Radford. Really great run from Radford early in the tackle count, and Freddie Adams gets the ball and he takes the second one, and he's only 8 metres shy of halfway. Here's Clydesdale. He dummies. He goes himself and he's run into a really good tackle there by Tommy Mann. But they're up over the halfway line. Here's the last, and it's Jared Wicks, I should say, puts the midfield bomb up, and Zach Webb fields it on the full. He's tackled about 30 metres out from his own line, 15 in from touch. Logan Ellis at dummy half gets the ball onto Lachlan Walker with the green headgear, and this is the first time I've seen this young bloke. I think no, he did play. He did play in that junior match, and played exceptionally well.
Yeah, we got young Barry on, have we?
Yeah, Nathan Barry's on. I can't see who's gone.
I think Thorny might have gone off. They probably need to just rotate the experienced boys for the rookies a little bit quicker, so they've got some energy left at the back of the game.
I don't know what about you, Bomber, but I wouldn't have Scrimger and Thorny off at the same time.
No, that might be what they're going to try and do. Somehow try and alternate them 3 fellas around.
That was the last, and Lukey Roos puts it into right down here on this left-hand corner, and Rowan and Haddon gets the ball, and he runs straight into Jacob Ellis. Good tackle from Jacob, and tackles him 10 in from touch on his own 20-metre line. Freddie Adams at dummy half. Scone are all slow to get back, but the ball goes to Hayden Topless. They need a good defensive set here, Denman, to put a bit of pressure on him. He's out to the 30 already, Hayden Topless. There goes, who's that boy? Timmy Smith with the headgear from the far wing. Gretchy puts him down. Adam Clydesdale at dummy half. Short pass on to Tommy Hagan. Forward running. He pushes Scrimger off as if he wasn't there. A really good tackle from Nathan Barry, and Begovic get him down. Ball goes to the left-hand side onto Watts. Out to Joel Harrison, and Harrison gets the ball. He's forward running. He comes to the fullback, and he's over in the corner. No. Jakey Ballard has put his flag up in the corner. He's gone into touch. Great tackle out there by Zach Webb, is it?
Yeah, good tackle. Twice over, actually, Banko.
Yeah, boys, I've just done a bit of Facebook stalking on that young Lachlan Walker. He is the young fellow, the Blanco, that we watched the other week in the under-18s. He's played a bit of halfback in his juniors. Well,
this is a really... This is his calling here tonight against the competition leaders, the front runners, and how good a run was that previous run by Tommy Hagan and Mick Radford. They've got to go. The first hit has got to go low and hit him at the advantage line before he can get any speed up whatsoever on Radford. He is a weapon.
Yeah, this is where the Denman boys have just got to stand up. They've got to share the workload off their line. It's no good just giving it to 1 or 2 boys all game. Yeah,
I'd like him to see him play a little bit wider. Gretchy with the ball now. Long pass out to Scrimger, and Scrimger tips it on to Benkovic, and Benkovic gets the ball, and he's tackled about 30 metres out from his own line, centre field. He's appealing. Gretchy's still appealing for that penalty. He goes to Scrimger, and Scrimger gets the ball, and he it gets out to his 35 metres out from his own line. Gretch at dummy half, takes off, he jumps out and puts the ball down. Big kick down, and unfortunately didn't go that far, and it went straight into the waiting arms of Hayden Topless, and he's already at the halfway. So not the greatest of kicks, boys, and I think Scrimger hurt in that tackle. Oh. And there's another penalty from
that was a tough,
Martin.
It was a tough call, considering he's got Scrimger holding down, and Josh was on the bottom.
Well, I'm glad you said it. I'm out of it.
Consistency the key.
Here's the penalty. Scone with the tap restart. They're inside the Denman 30. Here's Freddie Adams, and he charges at the line, and Jacob Ellis, good tackle around the legs. They're inside the 10. Here's Nick Watson from dummy half. He's strong. He gives a flick pass into Ronan Haddon before he got bundled into touch, and Haddon goes 10 in from touch, about 5 out from the Denman line. They need a good set of 6 here in defence, the Devils. Here's Scone. They get the ball onto Wicks, and Jared Wicks dummies. He goes himself. He's only a 5 again. He's short. Adam Clydesdale at dummy half. This is where they are deadly. He jumps out of dummy half. Short pass out to Jared Jakey Watts.
Good tackle there.
Watts, great tackle out there by Luke Ruiz, and Benkovic gets the ball out. No, that wasn't Benkovic. That was Reynard Ladigan. The ball goes over there. They put a chip over the top, and it goes into touch. I see Joel Harrison tried to tap that in, Bomber. That was something different. They put the kick in for Timmy Smith and Joel Harrison, but on this occasion it didn't work.
Yeah, a bit of tall timber out there, Benko. They're two fairly tall fellas, and yeah, they've done well to survive that, Denman. They're still under pressure, and they're really searching for some quality field position. The last probably 5 minutes, 7 minutes, they've been camped in and around their own line.
Well, interesting enough, I just heard Watsy, the coach, yell out, "Why kick it?"
Yeah, well, you get a tongue lashing from Watsy after the game, or at half time, put it that way. So Denman are in possession now from the scrum food. Ball goes on to Zach Webb, and the fullback, I think that's the second. The ball came out the first one. There's Gretchen dummy half. Their centre field, 15-20 out from their own line. Scrimger with the ball. He takes it forward, gets over his 20. So he's got options left and right, Gritchy, so they come down this left-hand side onto Jacob Ellis, and he throws it to his brother, Logan. He gets to the 40, and ball goes now after the kick. It goes into...
Although, as he plays the balls back, Gretch goes, oh, it's a knock.
Yeah, he's knocked that on there.
Oh, Reese, he looks like
Reese's come out of that not good at all, not good at all. You go for it, Reggie.
Yeah, no problem. It's going to be a changeover there on the last tackle, as Corey Martin calls it. It was an unpressured error, that one.
Yeah, they probably don't know. The last tackle looking for the kicker. The kicker's just dropped the ball. Bit of a scramble for the ball. Young Reese looked like he went to pick the ball up, and he's copped a kick in the hand. With time off at the moment. Once again, Scone got good field position, 40 metres out from Denman's line.
As Clydesdale goes from dummy half, offloads it there to Radford, running full of muscle and strength. He's about the 30-metre line out at the moment. Clydesdale dummy half. Comes to the open side, comes to Austin. Austin makes a big charge towards the centre of the field behind the ruck. He's tackled there well by 3 Denman defenders. He gets up, plays the ball. There we go, Clydesdale from dummy half with the Wicks to a fast running. I can't see who that is.
Tim Watson.
Tim Watson plays it back. Big ball. Oh, yeah, I'd have to go with that.
He's got up, sloppy play of the ball, and Denman will get the feed 10 out. They desperately needed that.
Yeah, it was going for the quick play of the ball there, and he's dropped it as cold as.
Cold as a spud. Reggie, I'm back.
You're back?
You're back, mate. I'm good. All good.
Was that Ray Warren calling sick?
Yeah, good. Good. I want me to fly to Perth.
Get to Perth tomorrow night.
Get to Perth in the morning.
One-way ticket.
Yeah, well, the problem, it would be a one-way ticket because some of them might want to hear what I'd have to say about the referee. But nevertheless... Denman with the scrum food. They're 10 out from their own line. He gets the ball onto, who's that? It's Logan. And he's wrestled to the ground. No, that's Lukey Ruiz, and Lukey Ruiz has barreled to the ground here. Short pass to Benkovic, and he goes forward at the Scone defence. Is Jake Collison on there, fellas?
Yeah, Jake's on there now.
Jakey Collison there, but Clydesdale and Collison hit him well there. Here's Nathan Barry. I've got to say, Nathan Barry's come off the bench, Bomber, and look, he's not the flashiest player, but I tell you what, that kid would run through a brick wall for income. He does. He's just got the heart the size of a lion. The ball goes down, big kick from Jacob Ellis, and he goes and he puts it down there. It goes straight to Hayden Topless. He knocked it back onto his own 20-metre line, but he still regathered and comes out to his over his own 30. Short pass down the left-hand side to Isaac Austin, who goes forward, and he's just on the 40-metre line now. Here's Jakey Watts. Stuart Watts with the ball onto Timmy Smith. Geez, he can go, Timmy Smith.
Yeah.
He's already over the halfway line already before Reynard put him down. Here's the ball back inside to Jake Collison, and Collison charges at the Denman defence. He comes through one. He's tackled there on his the Denman 40, centre field. Pressure's back on the Devils. Ball goes to Ritter. Short pass out the back to Wicks. Onto Jake Watts, and Watts beats one. No, which was that Hayden Topless, my apologies. And Topless shrugged off Jacob Ellis. It's the last tackle. They're 30 out from the Denman line. Ball goes long out to Jared Wicks. Wicks gets a little kick through. Not his greatest kick, Wicksy, but Zach Webb was very, very good and got himself into a good position and caught that on the full. Here's Reynard Ladigan out of dummy half. They pick him up and belt him into the ground, back first.
Thorne about to come on for scrimmager.
And that's a good rotation. He's a penalty.
Yeah, that's what you need. I needed that.
Yeah. Logan Ellis was going to take one of those settlers, but Corey Martin found an offside penalty against Scone. So here's a breather for the Scone boys. Let me tell you, they need to find touch first.
Oh, he's got a boot on in this ball. I was about to say, he kicks a lot.
Don't you mock it, Reggie. Fair
He'll
income.
put a missile on that. Look at that.
No.
Yeah, Denman's probably been in a defensive mode here for the last 10 minutes. So
Good kick.
once again, they're on the inside Scone's half and see what they can produce here. They're looking pretty weary. They've had to do a lot of defence, and it's probably telling them their attack at the moment.
Here's a tap restart. Good kick from Isaac McCormick. Logan Ellis takes a tap restart. He's over halfway. He's jinks around and he's running straight into the waiting arms of Ronan Haddon, and Freddie Adams didn't miss him either.
Probably the wrong play there.
No.
Should have been pushed to the middle to one of the big boys to go for it.
Absolutely. Here's the ball out to Jacob Ellis. Flat pass to Benkovic. He runs into the arms of Daniel Ritter. They haven't made much ground off that really good kick from Isaac McCormick. Benkovic gets up. He's a little bit gingerly here. He's hurt his shoulder. He's hurt that arm, the young fella. Isaac McCormick.
Could be the ribs, Benko.
He's Isaac McCormick with the ball. He's up over the 40, about 38 metres out from the Scone line, centre field. Ball goes out to Dylan Thorne. He's just come back on. He's hitting a really good tackle there by Nick Watson. He's calling for a lost ball, but no help from the sideline eye. And Gretschy jumps out of dummy half and he's hit there. He's 25 metres out. It's the last tackle from centre field. Webb at dummy half onto Luke Roos. He shapes the kick, puts the dummy kick through. I don't know if that was good. Did he knock that on as he collected it? Number 12, Nick Watson. I thought he juggled that when he jumped on that ball.
Really,
And he's fell on it, and I think he might have winded himself there.
Yeah.
Dylan Thorne was on top of him as well. Not the greatest option from young Lukey Roos, boys.
not good enough. Not good enough, Benko. They've been under pressure for all bar about the last 10 minutes, and you need your half-back to get a good kick away. Just put the pressure back on Scone, and he's getting caught on the last tackle. It's not what you need out of your playmaker.
And they need a repeat set so badly.
No, it'll be one.
At the very worst, Benko, a nice little bum to the corner and let your defence get stuck into him into a corner. But yeah, that was the last option you needed.
I've not been critical of something about the referees, but these touch judges do need to help. They do need to. Like there was just a boggle there by Adam. He
did lose it, didn't he?
Thorne and the number 12. There was something happen in both.
There's
those
no
rucks.
question Nick
But
Watson.
Corey Martin can't see everything. That's why I need.
I'm not having to go there at Corey, but certainly I could see it from here, and the touch judges are close. I'm sure Nick Watson juggled that ball when he fell on it. It went forward.
Yeah,
so look,
that's what I'm saying. Dylan Thorne the last tackle as well.
Absolutely.
So he needs that assistance. They need to be more on their game.
Unfortunately, it might be a bit like when the young rookie plays first grade in tackle.
Nick Watson.
Just do your job. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. That might be what they're telling the touch judges.
Well, Nick Watson is coming from the field. He looks like he's got a lower leg injury, and look. He's been outstanding, Nick Watson.
Fair replacement.
Absolutely outstanding. Johnny Johnson is on the field to replace him, and well, need I say any more how good he is. Radford charges up over his own 30. Dummy half run from Adam Clydesdale, gives it on to Collison, and Collison gets the ball, and he's up just shy of the halfway already, the Scone side. Here's Ritter, charges in there right at the A defender. He loves running that close line to the dummy half. Ball goes onto the ground. He did unload it, gets to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams gives Logan Ellis. He wrestles him down. He tried to get out of it, but he's up over the halfway. Jacob, his brother, came in to help. Wicks gets from dummy half, gives a short pass on to Haddon. He's monstered by 3 or 4 Denman players, one of them Thorne and the other Logan Ellis. It's the last. Ball goes out to John Johnson, and Johnson kicks it high into the air. They need a good take here from Zachy Webb. Oh, he got taken out before he even had a chance to catch that.
Yeah.
So that was Isaac Austin. I don't think it could have been any clearer.
Just an interesting fact too that we have to remember. This is Mick Radford's last game, round 8.
Yeah, so he won't be back this year.
He's heading overseas. So
well, he's had a blinder so far. Here's Isaac McCormick. He's going to try and find touch. So that was a penalty to the Denman Devils. Going to kick it against the Breeze here. He better make sure of it. He does so. Let's see if they can make something of this 6, the Devils. He's right on the just about the 40-metre line. So Denman with the tap restart. He gets the ball. Reynard gets the ball and he charges at the Denman line. And he put down a little bit difficult there from Isaac Austin. He's probably not happy that that penalty went against him. Ball goes on to Nathan Barry. Goes straight into the defence and he's hitting a bottle of a tackle there by Adam Clydesdale and Nick Ritter. Benkovic gets the ball. Short pass on to Thorne. He gets up over the halfway. I like that tip on better than the one-up stuff, Bomber.
Yeah, they've got to move the football around here.
Here's Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis runs the line. He runs straight into the waiting arms of Freddie and also Mick Radford. He's 35 metres out from the Scone line, 10 in from touch. Ball goes out the back from Gretsch onto Luke Ruiz. There's a bomb. It's going to come down about the 10-metre line. There's plenty of pressure. And Hayden Topless equal to it. He gets past 1. He gets past 2.
Good tackle by young Barry.
Oh, great tackle from Nathan Barry. Still gets to the 28-metre line. Here's Freddie, and watch this roll from Scone, Bomber. This is where they are absolutely deadly. Adam Clydesdale picks up a loose ball, gets it on to Mick Radford, and Radford gets out to his own 40, 15 in from touch. It is 12-0 here in favour of the Thoroughbreds, under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Johnny Johnson gets the ball, and he gets up over halfway, flicks it out underneath, gives it on to, I think that is Wixie, Jared Wicks, and he's tackled there. Good tackle from Tommy Mann right on the halfway line. Here's the ball, Clydesdale at dummy half onto Ritter, and Ritter charges at the defence. He's hitting a good tackle, and he's just shy of the Denman 40. I thought that was the last then. Ball goes out there to Watts, and Watts gives an inside ball there to Collison, and Collison's tackled on the last, about 35 metres out to centre field from the Denman line. Clydesdale at dummy half, short ball to Wicks. Wicks onto Johnson, onto Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams draws and passes onto Ronan Haddon. He comes to the last line of the defence and they tackle him only a metre or two shy of the Denman line. It's a turnover. Handover, I should say.
They keep turning up, Benko. They've probably spent the best part of 25 minutes defending.
Well, look at them all now, Bomber. They are absolutely cactus down there, the Denman defence, and now they've got to try and ruck it out against a feverish Scone frontline defensive unit. And here they are, the first. It only makes a metre from dummy half, young Lachlan Walker. I think, who's that number 14, boys, for Denman? Is that 14? Is that Carl Bauer?
No, 14 is still Nathan Barry.
No, that's is that who's that? 15.
15. That's Jamie Carter.
Jamie Carter. This is the first time I've seen Jamie Carter. I think I do apologise. Here's the ball. Gretsch gets the ball. He's centre field. He gives an inside pass on to Dylan Thorne, and he's tackled. They haven't made any ground at all, really, the Denman side. Gretsch, options left and right. Ball goes out to Luke Ruiz. Long pass out to... I think that was out the Jackson Ball on the wing there. He comes up against Timmy Smith, and not many people get past him. It's the last already. They're about 30 out for their own line. But look at that Scone defence. It's absolutely harrowing down on the Denman kicker. Ball goes into Hayden Topless's hands, and he collects it on his own 30. Good tackle from Reynard there, just shy of halfway on Hayden Topless. Scone are full of running. Their sets are so brutal, Bomber.
Yeah, everyone knows their role. It's not a case of looking for the next person to take the runs. The back three know the first three sets. The first three runs in the sets are the back three's runs.
The structure is outstanding.
Yep.
Here's Adam Clydesdale from dummy half, short pass onto that man. His favourite go-to man is Daniel Ritter, and he always pushes off one or two. Someone went high then and got a face plant. So he's centre field. I would say they're 15 metres out from the Denman line. They need a good set here. Ball goes to Wicks. Long pass out to Freddie Adams again. He comes to Logan Ellis. He tried to do a little flick pass. It came off a Denman play. He didn't even go for that. So how could that be 6 to go, Bomber?
He looked like he passed it straight.
He did. It was ridiculous. Here's Mick Radford looking for the try line. They're only a metre out.
It'll be hard to hold out here, Benko.
Clydesdale at dummy half. He'll look for a flat pass or go himself. He looks at a long pass out to Collison. Collison goes, looks for room to move. He's tackled about 5 metres out, straight under the uprights. Denman's defence has got to get off this line and be urgent. Clydesdale goes himself. He chugs from dummy half. He gets the ball. He runs into Bengalla and he tries to hold him up, but he's swivelled out of that tackle and scores right next to the upright. It is now 16 points to nil. Kick to come from right in front.
Yeah, nothing looked to be going on there until Adam jumped into dummy half. He threw the big long dummy and just got inside one and then bumped into the goalpost pad, and it was a bit of a battle between him and Brady and one of the other Denman players to see if they could hold him out. But yeah, just that experience there, close to the line.
Bomber. No, don't say it. I just don't understand it. If someone doesn't go for the ball, it's no different than kicking for a touch and it comes off someone's leg who doesn't play for it. It's not a 6 to go, is it?
No,
or it's not a scrum feed to the defensive team.
I think even Freddie Adams, when he threw that ball, actually looked around as if to say
he screwed up. He knew he screwed up. Yeah. This is the problem. And I think it comes back to what Reggie's saying. Corey Martin needs some assistance out there. There's no way in hell that was 6 to go. Nevertheless, Scone made them pay yet again for in their defence. And like you've said, I think for 30 minutes of this half, they've been defending.
Yeah, that's it. And it's just a matter of how much juice has been taken out of them. And need I say it, with 4 minutes to go and it's 18-0, you certainly wouldn't want to be going in at 24-0.
Well, as Jesse Rudder said to us on the couch the other night, 6 sides is better than 2, Benko, and that's what he was alluding to with needing the assistance from the touch judges.
Well, need I say more? I'll just leave it at that, Will. The kick restart on the Bengalla scoreboard, it is 18-0. They've updated it now. Under 4 minutes to go in this round 8 Group 21 clash. Isaac McCormick's going to have the restart. Jamie Carter out there in the green boots, Bomber. I'm keen to see how he goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a young
Got a good size for him too, the young bloke.
I think he might have played reserve grade here today.
Okay, here's John Johnson with the return, but he gives it straight to Jake Collison, who goes charging at Jacob Ellis. What a good tackle from Tommy Mann. He gets up over his own 20. Here's Ronan Haddon. He goes straight at Gretschy. Someone's got to go low.
Yeah, I think the line speed's gone at the moment because I think they're under a fair bit of fatigue.
Here's Johnny Johnson. He goes himself. Jacob Ellis has done a mountain of defence. Johnson gets to the halfway line. He gets up and plays the ball on to Ritter. Look at this charge through this defence, this attack from the Scone side. Bomber is relentless right now. Good tackle from Benkovic. He gets up and him and Daniel Ritter have a little bit of a set too. Nevertheless, the ball goes out wide. Here's Jackson. Oh, he only had to take it clearly just over the halfway line, and I don't know whether he would have had the speed to fend off Timmy Smith and Hayden Topless, but he would have put them in good position. Nevertheless, he's knocked it on. It's going to be a Scone scrum feed about 45 metres out from the Denman line. So there's a repeat set Scone were looking for.
Yeah, probably he's going all or nothing there, Jackson. He's going for the pick up and head towards the try line. Unfortunately, couldn't get a good handle on it. Here's
the scrum feed. Ball will go to Freddie Adams. He's been dangerous every time he's touched the ball, Freddie Adams, and here he is, first receiver off the scrum. He goes straight at Jacob Ellis and brother. No, that's not Logan. That's was Adam Webb, and they've found a penalty, Corey Martin. So that's going to put them deeper into the Denman half.
Yeah,
Centre field.
Really got to hold out here for the last 2 minutes.
What are the odds?
Yeah, well, once again, Adam's going to be dangerous down there around that.
They know their roles, like you said, Bomber.
Yep.
They'll do exceptionally well not to leak another try here just before half-time. Here's Freddie Adams, about 15 out from the Denman line, 10 out from the Denman line, I should say. Gives the ball on to Johnson. Johnson gets the ball. They're setting up for a jump out from dummy half to a flat pass, if you ask me. You watch it. Here's Clydesdale at dummy half. He gets the ball short very quickly, goes short onto the blind side, and he's held up by Logan Ellis. He's trying to get the ball down. He's held up. That's the second. Only a millimetres out. Ball goes Adam Clydesdale at dummy half. Long pass out the back there to Johnson. Short pass out. Unders from Jake Watts onto Jake Collison. He comes to Zach Webb. Penalty. What do you call an obstruction?
Yeah, it's obstruction.
He had better eyes than me. I don't know if it was an obstruction.
Probably just an obstruction. Yeah.
It was just an obstruction. I didn't see one there at all.
Yeah, Jakey Clydesdale's come down the same line as where Mick Radford had just stopped in the line.
I didn't see. We'll see. There you go. They were that quick. The Scone attack was that quick. I didn't even see Radford standing in the line, and I don't know if he impeded anyone either, Bother. nevertheless, he may have made a hole there, but Zachy Webb did exceptionally well there. I don't even know if Collison got that ball down in the end. Oh, tell me it's out. His foot was on the line there.
Yep,
his foot was on the line as Ronan hadn't tapped it in. They didn't find touch, Denman. But nevertheless, here we go. We've got about 2 seconds. They need to hold him out. Ball. They quick play the ball before the final siren for the halfway. Long cut out pass to Timmy Smith. There's the half-time siren. They need to retrieve this, Denman. What did he tap it backwards for? Scone are going to let this run wide out here. Here's out the ball there onto Freddie Adams. They need to put him to ground. They're inside the 10. Long pass out. They got the numbers to the left. Isaac Austin onto Clydesdale. Long pass out to Timmy Smith. He's going to charge to the corner. I think he's going to score. No. Great 1-and-1. That was a 1-and-1 strip from Jackson Ball. What a great effort with nothing left on the clock. It's half time.
I'm still trying to work out why young Luke Reese decided to bat a ball back when he all had to catch it at its half time.
He may not have heard that song.
Take the field again, the Denman Devils after half time. We just were speaking off air. 18-0 in favour of Scone. It's been Denman's attack that's let them down.
Yeah, it's not so much their attacking the line, as I just talking there off air, like when you watch Scone bring the ball back off their own 20-metre line or try line, everyone's got a role to play and they play it, and Denman are sort of, they just don't seem to have that back five that are willing to, or not so much willing, but are getting in there and just getting them initial 1 or 2 rucks to get the go forward, so the big fronty can make some yards off the back of it. But yeah, they've done an awful lot of defence. I reckon you could probably say 30 minutes out of that 40 they've basically played defensively, not tackling all the time, but they've been around the middle of the field or defending their own line, and it's important they don't hand as much ball over in the second half at 18-0 down. And they would have chewed a fair bit of juice up, but an early try or some really early pressure on Scone is what they'd be looking for, and hopefully Gretschy's sort of let's get an early try, let's put some early pressure on it, and on the flip side, Watsy's probably just said same as usual, just work our way up and the chances will come. And any time you've got the luxury of just getting on the opposition's line, having Adam Clydesdale jump out and just spot defenders, or just blokes overread what he's doing, and he's going at probably half throttle and still scored 2 tries.
We'll get it over to you now, Benko, as they get things underway. They do need to be aggressive in this first 10 minutes. Yeah,
they do. Here's the restart from Corey and Isaac McCormick. Puts it deep into the Scone territory and it bounces straight. Oh, he's knocked it on early. That's the... Speak of the early advantage. Was that Ronan Haddon?
Yeah, it was.
Young Ronan out there.
It's important here, Benko.
It bounced sideways on the poor bugger.
It's important that they complete a set of 6. Like, they mightn't be able to score, but they've got to make Scone work and work off their line if they can't score.
Absolutely. He's the scrum, and this is that doesn't get any better than this. Seconds. Here, Jacob Ellis with the out of the scrum onto Lukey Roos, onto Isaac McCormick. Isaac flicks it out the back to Zach Webb. Still a pressure pass by the 1%ers. Fair income. It came off this time, but Isaac's got to be careful. He's going to go play. He's going to be dummy half onto Luke Roos, onto big Jamie Carter, and Carter's tackled about 10 out centre field, right under the uprights. Gretschy is at dummy half. He's got options left and right. He jumps out of dummy half. He gives it on to Dylan Thorne. He comes back in behind the ruck. He beats 1, beats 2, but they're hanging off him fair income. They know how to attack him. Is Scone defence. Out to Luke Roos. Shows it inside. Goes himself out the back to Isaac McCormick. They're going backwards at the moment. He unloads. No, he doesn't. Did it just drop down? And Luke Roos recovered it 10 metres out from the Scone line. Got to do something different here, boys. Gretschy. Long pass out to Isaac McCormick. He charges at the defence, and he's hitting a good tackle from Daniel Ritter and Radford. It's the last already. 2 metres out, just to the right of the uprights. Gretschy at dummy half. Long pass out the back to Jacob Ellis. Shows it under. Goes himself. He's looking for the try. Tries to flick past it. No. He's only tackled a metre out, Jacob, so it's a handover.
You know, he looked like he got on the outside, and I think he would have loved a support player on the inside, Benko, but they've got him in good field position.
Here's Freddie Adams with that the traditional charge out from Freddie, and he's 10 out from his own line, centre field. Here's the next player onto Jake Watts, out to Isaac Austin, and Austin charges out the defence, and he's tackled about 25 metres out from his own line. Good tackle underneath from Reynard over the top. Dylan Thorne down this short side. Again, they love this short side, and that was Joel Harrison. Jake Watts at dummy half, gets it onto Ritter, who turns it under Radford. Look at this guy run, Bomber. He's beaten one or two already. He comes to Benkovic and Jackson Ball, and with the help of Reynard, he's gone over halfway, about 2 metres in from touch. Ball goes out the back to Watts, onto to Jake Collison, and Collison gets up to the 40. He's hitting a good tackle there. Denman need to get this set and finish it right here. Clydesdale at dummy half, onto Watts. He puts a deep kick in. It's going straight down Young. Oh no! Get on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
No, he's come on for, that's not Lachlan Carter.
That's Carl Bowd.
Carly Bowd, who's just come on to the wing, and
never looked comfortable.
That's the last thing they needed. Poor old Bowd, he's dropped that Coles and spud 2 metres out from his own line, and they could have just charged it out and put another deep kick in, but unfortunately Scone are going to have the scrum possession 10 metres out from the Denman line here, and do you think they'll be not coming at them all guns blazing?
I think Banco, they've got to test the ref's patience here. They've got to real slow to play the ball here, and just don't let Adam get in.
They're going down that blind side.
Don't let Adam get a quick play the ball to come out.
No, they haven't. He wants it refed. Yeah, you're right, Bomber. They're short on that sideline. If their second rows don't break, they're going to really go berserk down that right-hand side. They come this side, the open side now. He's a scrum penalty.
What's he got here? Let's do the signal. The lock broke before the ball was out. What was that? 1983, I think. Graham O'Grady, I think, might have done that for West.
Was that before he went to Newtown?
No, 81 he was at the Jets. Yeah, Graham O'Grady.
I'm sorry, but words fail me. Jacob Ellis with the restart gets the ball onto Tommy Mann, and Tommy Mann, well, for all those people that didn't go through it, there was a scrum penalty. The lock broke too early there for Scone before the ball come out. Anyway, it goes on to, here's the second tackle. Isaac McCormick's got the ball now, and he's pushed back in a really good ball and all tackle from Isaac Austin. He's going to play it on his own 30. Gretsch jumps out from dummy half, beats one, beats two, he goes forward. Great run from Gretchy, just shy of the halfway. Really good run out from dummy half, showing some old traditional speed. Here's Jacob Ellis out wide. He's looking for a pass out to his brother. It goes behind Carl Bowd. Someone get behind him to help him. Good pick up Bowdy, but he goes into touch. These are the 1%ers, boys, that have let them down all season, and I don't know who that pass was intended for.
Yeah, Gretchy's made the gap. I think they've just thought there was some false space wide, and they've gone wide. And probably the best play there is just to keep on the roll that Gretchy's created, and at the very end get a kick to it.
So they just needed a couple more forwards because it was early in the tackle count. That was only the second. So, a couple of forward straight off left and right, just charge, and would have got to at least the 30. He's Scone on the attack here now, and that's
Harrison.
Is that Joel Harrison?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Jolie Harrison. Dummy half, Jake Watts gets the ball. He goes himself, and he's tackled 22 metres out from the Denman line. They are absolutely full on. Here's Adam Clydesdale, darts out of dummy half. He comes to Zach Webb. There's no fullback home. Webby had to make that tackle. They're 10 out with the help of Reynard. Here's Jake Watts at dummy half. Bit of a slow play the ball. Like you said, Bomber, slow it down. Ball goes to Ritter. Inside to Radford. Radford charges at 2 or 3 Denman defenders. He's pulled down 10 metres out from the Denman line. Clydesdale dummy half goes that short blind, gives a short pass to Timmy Smith. Can they hold him up? I think they have. Corey Martin's looking very closely. He's called it, held up over the line. There was 3 defenders underneath him. One of them was Jackson Ball. The other was Lukey Ruiz. So Scone are going to get, I don't know what tackle that is, but they're going to have to come out to the 10-metre line. The very good short side Adam Clydesdale played there, Bomber.
Yeah.
Adam Clydesdale, dummy half, gets a long pass out to Watts. Short pass, no, he dummies to Ritter. Gets it out to Wicks. Wicks gives it to a full of running Jake Collison, and Collison gets the ball and he's tackled 10 out. Was that the last?
Yeah, they probably forgot the count.
They did. Well, I forgot it as well. Can they get up over the halfway and finish this set? Ball goes out to the left to Tommy Mann, and Tommy Mann goes at the Scone defence, and he's tackled centre field 15 metres out from his own line. Here's Gretsch, short pass to Benkovic. He goes at the Scone defence. He's just shy, tackled down there, just shy of the 20. by Clydesdale. Gretsch with the ball. They're all offside, Scone, and Corey Martin's blown the penalty. He's that pressure reliever for the Denman side. So, Isaac, do not make a mistake this time, mate. He's going to kick towards the grandstand. They'll give him an absolute spray if he fails to find touch on this occasion. But anyway, he does, so that's good. He's inside. The tap restart is going to be inside the Scone half. Reynard Laddigan's that man who's got the ball and he charges at the defence. And Isaac Austin. And who's that? Can't see that guy. My apologies, nevertheless. Here's Luke Ruiz, and Luke Ruiz gives the ball on to Dylan Thorne, and Dylan Thorne gets the ball up to the Scone 30. Here's Tommy Mann off Gretschy, and Gretschy gets the ball, and he's raked that out, has he? Yes, he has. So there's another penalty for the Denman side. They're 40 out, 35 metres out from the Scone line centre field. Gretsch got some options here, gives that short pass to Tommy Mann, who's been pretty strong on that little left-hand side. So, Gretsch at dummy half, about 30 out, shows it under. Dummies, gives it out the back to Luke Ruiz. Luke Ruiz looks for support and he gives it out to Isaac McCormick, who's standing wide of the ruck. That looked a bit forward there. I thought they could have pulled that up. Nevertheless, here's Luke Ruiz again. Short pass on to Jamie Carter. And Carter gets the ball and he gets out about 15 out, centre field, under the post. Gretsch at dummy half. Long pass out the back to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne goes at the line and Jake Collison picks him up and drags him back, but he unloads onto Jacob Ellis, and Jacob Ellis is dancing around. He's looking for that little gap that he can sniff out really well. Gets it on to Luke Ruiz. Over the back to Reynard. He's charging at the corner. Throws a no-look pass to Jackson Ball. It goes to ground. Off the hook again, Scone.
Yeah, it wasn't the best play there. He needed to square up, give a nice ball to ball, or just take the tackle, one of the two. A no-look pass wasn't the go.
So Scone, with the scrum, they will have the possession, 20 in from touch, about 10 metres out from their own line. Yeah, they needed to do better there. I mean, Jacob got the ball on that left-hand side. He danced around, and then he give the ball on to Lukey Ruiz, and then Luke give it on to Reynard. And as you say, Reynard probably should have squared his defender up and, with a bit of draw and pass. Yep. Here's the Scone feed. Ball goes in, comes out to Watts, on to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams has been very strong indeed. He's tackled about 15 out. Centre field. Ball again from Clydesdale. Clydesdale gets the ball. Oh, he's through. He's busted through. He's going all the way. He's at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. And that is Joel Harrison. Logan and Ellis was in hot pursuit, but he went straight through the Denman defence like a hot knife through butter from 60 metres out. Bomber untouched. That defence was ordinary. Yeah,
that's probably the low light of the night defensively for him. Banco, they've been reasonably good defending Scone as they've come off their own line, but
I didn't even see who they went through, Bomber.
I don't know who it went through, but probably it was against the run of play. We've had 10 minutes of the second half, and they've been pretty comfortable at the moment. Denman, they've had plenty of ball there, apart from a couple of first tackle errors in the first half that created some drama for him. But that's unlucky for Denman there, Bengalla. They're trying to defend in Scone in their own 40-metre line, just let a big, tall centre rip through the middle and score.
The thing that I've seen, and Logan Watts will have no problems with this conversion when he finally lines it up. It'll be 24-0, and as you said, Bomber, it's under 30 minutes. The thing that I've found so far watching Denman this year is that they really struggle to sustain pressure on the opposition for any longer than 5 or 10 minute spells, because it's just a little, and I said it on Wednesday night on the couch, Reggie, it's just a little 1%ers that's letting them down badly, and it might be a drop pass or a forward pass. And we've seen a number, Bomber, and you've seen it firsthand here tonight, we've seen a number of attempted flick passes in traffic, in good field position for themselves, and it's just letting them down. They need to be patient, need to just work their way to apply some pressure and sustain some pressure on the opposition. They do not have to score off every play.
You're right there, Bang. The 1% is the key there. Like, Scone don't let a bloke run 70 metres to score a try. They make sure they defend. When they've got them trapped down to their own half, they defend well. That was just a one-on-one miss. So 6 points for a one-on-one miss. So Now, 18-0, is it?
24.
24.
It's 24
Scoreboard
0.
hasn't been
Hasn't
reset.
been updated. Neil Barry's he's had enough. So anyway, Jake Collison took the first hit up, and it was his usually strong, bustling run. He's the second. The ball goes out to Ritter. Short pass on to Tommy Hagan, who's back on the field. He runs into the Denman defence. He's 40 out from his own line. They come out. Clydesdale's doing really well from dummy half. Oh, he went for another player there. Who is that bomber? Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith tips over the top. He gets it back, does he? No, he doesn't.
It's knock on.
He has knocked it on. Good from Corey Martin.
As he's tried to tap it forward, it's hit Webby's hand, which constitutes a knock on.
Well, Timmy Smith tried to chip over the fullback. To Webby's credit, he got his hands in the road there, and you described it accurately to a T, Bomber.
Unfortunately, at the moment, they're spotting some boys here that, without saying being rude to them, they're struggling at the first grade level pace-wise. That's twice they've spotted them, and that could have been a 12-point spot there, but fortunately for them and unfortunately for Scone, now Thorny's lost it.
Now he's lost it in a tackle, Dylan Thorne, and Clydesdale was amongst it there. Dylan got up very frustrated, and again, Bomber, there's little 1%ers. It's just the pressure. It's the pressure of trying to do it. And just prior to that, Timmy Smith, I looked at the defensive line, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Bomber. Anyway, scrum food to the Scone boys. The ball goes out the back, 35 metres out from the Denman line. And Joel Harrison gets the ball now up over the 30. Short pass down this left-hand side to Isaac Austin. And look at the ground big Isaac's making. Yeah. The ball goes, quick play the ball. Adam Clydesdale gives it on to Watts, shows it inside, gives a short pass to Collison. Good hit there from Tommy Mann and Dylan Thorne on Jake Collison. Yeah. He's going to be tackled 11 metres out. Clydesdale goes himself. Long pass out to Daniel Ritter, I should say, and Ritter's held up by 3 or 4 Denman players. 2 metres out, they come down this left-hand side. They got the numbers. He goes himself. Jake Watts throws the dummy, and he scores. 10 in from touch. It is 28-0 now. It's not 18-0 like the scoreboard's shown. There's about 25 minutes to go here in this match. This round 8 Bengalla clash here of Group 21 and Scone. That was too easy. They just had the numbers, and I think they manned up, but they forgot to man on Jake Watts and threw the dummy and went over untouched.
That's it. Jake could have hit the winger on the chest with the ball, or he could have gave a short ball, but he's decided everyone's overread the situation, and Jake's just strolled through actually. Disappointing last probably 7 or 8 minutes for Denman. They've let themselves down defensively. They made the first tackle error. They're 28-0, could be 30. It's going to be a tough 26 minutes here. The old story, Benko, you learn a fair bit about yourself when you're behind more so than when you're in front.
The strategy from Watsy to put Adam Clydesdale and pin him at dummy half on every play. He's got Jakey Watts standing one side, Jared Wicks the other, Bomber. It's worked tremendously well because the defence is they're on their toes. As soon as Clydesdale goes to dummy half, they seriously don't know what he's doing.
No, it's dangerous, and it's taken the pressure off his 7 and 6 by just having that experience there, jumping out of the 9 position.
Here's Jake Watts is moving in to kick it. He's 25 metres out, 23 metres out. He unloads and has no problem with that whatsoever. And Watts, he's converted that. It's 30-0, and there's under 23 minutes to go here in this round 8 Bengalla Group 21 clash.
Scrimger back on for Jamie Carter. Looks like Stubbs, his night might be over. He's looking to the bench.
Yeah, he actually said to me, I just went up and seen him as he was coming on for the second half. He can't lift his left arm. He's really struggling. So I don't know who else is going on. Damien Bass is going on. Young Damien Bass is coming on.
As we said, Bengo, before the game, it was always going to be a struggle with that lack of depth off the bench to give these fellas a spell, and they've rotated as good as they can, and obviously Stubbs is carrying an injury, so
Yeah.
Someone will have to do the work that he's been doing in the middle all year, so it'll be interesting to see who takes up the slack.
Absolutely. Here's Jake Collison off the kick restart, and he's full of running, young Collo. He's had an outstanding season so far. Ball goes there onto Ronan Haddon, and Haddon gets the ball and he gets out to the Denman 35 metres out from his own line, I should say. Full of running, Scone. They just don't take it backward steps, and big Tommy Hagan gets the ball now off the dummy half, and he's already at the 40 from the Denman boys. They need to really pinch it here. They need to dig deep. They're up over halfway, and Adam Clydesdale at dummy half is just working some magic here. He puts a chip through now, and it's going into the in-goal area. Logan Ellis is looking to let it go over the line. Just didn't have that bounce. And does he get over the line?
He's done well, Webby. He's done well, Webby.
I should say. My apologies to Zach. Ball goes to Damon Bass, and Bassy was standing still, but he did get back there to take it, and he was belted for his troubles, but he held onto the ball well. Here's Josh Scrimger. Look at the Scone defence here. They're going to have a line drop out here now. They should have got it through some hands. The Scone defence was just ruthless, absolutely ruthless on the Denman boys trying to ruck it out from their own end zone.
Yeah, this is what you need. You need your wingers getting in there, trying to get across the ad line at least out of dummy half. But unfortunately, they've pushed one or two passes wide to a flat front row, and the defensive line's just got up and smashed him back into the in-goal area.
So here's a line drop out for Isaac McCormick, and he puts it deep down there, and it bounces right into the hands of Jared Wicks, and he gives it on to Jake Collison. Fair income this year, Jake Collison's grown an extra leg. He has been on fire off the bench. Ball goes from Wicks from dummy half onto Johnny Johnson, and he's already inside the Denman 20, 15 metres out exactly centre field. They've got options left and right, and that'll be a good defensive set if they hold him out here. No look pass to Tommy Hagan from Adam Clydesdale. 10 out, directly under the post. This defence has to be urgent. He's telling him to go back. Slight delay. Tommy Hagan replays the ball. Comes out to Watts. Watts gives the ball out the back, the topless, onto Joel Harrison. He's hitting a good tackle from Reynard, who's been solid. No, it was Luke Ruiz. My apologies. Here's Isaac Austin. Goes straight at the Denman line. Is he going to charge over? No, he doesn't. He was held. His knees! Is it the ball carrying arm?
Yeah, no, He was about to try thinking that the ball carrying arm hadn't made contact with the ground, but his momentum had stopped, and it was a dead set tackle. And
let's be fair, Ingham. Was Lachlan Ballard in his ear there? I think he was. Well done to young Lockie Ballard, who called that. Because that was a dead set.
No, it was a dead set one.
Well, he's probably in two minds because the ball carrying arm didn't touch the ground, and that would have thrown the best of him. So the let off there for the Devils. Here's Gretsch with the tap restart, 25 metres out from his own line. Gets it on to Zach Webb, and he goes into the Scone defence. Isaac Austin, the defender. Gretsch at dummy half, short pass to, he cuts out Scrimger and he gives it out wider to Dylan Thorne, who gets up 32 metres out from his own line. It's a real struggle here for the Denman boys. They're trying hard. Here's Scrimger out behind the ruck. Who's that? They're coming from nowhere. Tommy Hagan hit him
it's better running over the ad line, but
much better. And that's what they should have done after Gretsch made that earlier break bomber. And he gets to halfway, Dylan Thorne. I think they've got two tackles to go. Here's the ball out to Isaac McCormick. Puts a little chip over the top. They need a bounce. It comes to him. And does that go forward?
6 to go.
That's 6 to go. No, he's falling knocked on.
I thought Timmy Smith had got a hand to it, trying to knock it back into the arms of
Luke Ruiz is appealing there, and to no avail. So he's called a Denman knock on. So Scone are going to have the ball inside their half, only about 30 metres out, 25 metres out from their own line. It's 30 points to nil here in favour of the Thoroughbreds. Under 20 minutes to go in this Group 21 Bengalla Round 8 clash.
The testing time here for Denman again.
See Jackson Ball marking up at halfback there, Bomber from the scrum. Freddie Adams gets the ball from the scrum base. He's beaten one, he's beaten two, and a couple of players have come back for a second attempt, and Jacob Ellis was one of them, and he went a little bit high, and Corey Martin has blown the penalty, so this penalty now is going to take Scone deep into the Denman half once again, and he's kicked for touch, and he's found it about 45 metres out from the Denman line. Joel Harrison with the tap restart gets it onto Isaac Austin. He goes straight at the defence, tackled by Bass and big Joshy Scrimger again. Clydesdale at dummy half. Short pass to Ritter. Ritter goes charging in just in behind the ruck and he's tackled by 3 players. 25 out from the Denman line. A couple of players left on the ground. Ball goes to Watts. No, who was that? That's Jared Wicks, I should say. Wixie gets the ball and he's held up there. 20 metres out from the Denman line. Centre field. Clydesdale at dummy half. Comes down this left-hand side. He goes himself. Darts through. Full back to boot. Steps off his left and he's over for a try. He's just so dangerous from dummy half. Adam Clydesdale, bomber, and he certainly makes that. He can sniff that gap out behind the ruck, and that defence is just got no answer.
Yeah, he just found Tommy Mann just a little bit slow getting up off the tackle player. He was in no man's land, and as soon as an experienced hooker like Adam Clydesdale see a fella in no man's land, he's going to go 10 metres out, and he just beat him with some pace and a little bit of deception there at the end of it to beat Webby. But it's going to be a tough last 18 minutes, Banco. They're falling apart at the seams here, and Gretchy's probably just got to get them together there and see if they can just get something out of this next 15 minutes. I know it's tough, but
the mood Scone are in, mate. They are dead set not taking any prisoners. So have a look at the sideline now. Ryan Hawkshaw is going to come on. Tommy Pickersgill is going to come on, and that destructive force that is Michael Radford is going to come on. So Jake Collison is off, Johnny Johnson is off, and Ronan Haddon is off as well. So I'd say Hawkshaw will go to the wing, and the 2 second row spots and one front row spot. Tommy Pickersgill will take one, and Michael Radford in his last game this year, I believe, as Reggie's saying, is he'll take that. So the kick was converted, the try was converted. It's 36-0 in favour of the Scone side with under 17 minutes to go here at Denman Oval. It's Old Boys Day. There is a crowd up the end there, as Reggie thought the crowd had dropped off, but let me give you the tip. It is absolutely freezing. The fire's going up there, up the other end of the grandstand, and amenities blocked from all the old boys are huddled around the fire up there, as they should be. I spotted Barry Souter up there earlier, had a yarn to him, and Glenn Pine, Les Power. Few great faces and great stalwarts for the Denman club. They're up there, they're supporting the club, and amongst a host of other guys up there. So Brad Collins is the other guy that I spotted. They're all having a good time, and they'll support the boys to the very end.
What was Brad doing? Cooking the barbecue? Or
he was actually munging down on a steak sandwich.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Pie off the kick-off. The ball went backwards, and Jacob Ellis has found the ball off the kick restart. That ball bounced at right angles and then backwards, and Denman got the ball now, 10 out from the Scone line, directly in front after a good run from Jacob Ellis, onto Scrimger, flicked it back to Gretsch. Gretsch then gives it on to Tommy Mann. He's hitting a good tackle. He shrugged off Tommy Pickersgill. He's only a couple of metres out, Tommy Mann. Gretsch at dummy half, long pass out the back, onto Thorne. Thorne's trying to get over. He's held up by 3 Scone players. He's about 5 in from touch, 1 metre out from the Scone line. Corey Martin said go back and play it. Dylan's going to dump this ball here now. Gretsch at dummy half. The Scone side is set in defence. Here's Jacob Ellis. Short pass out the back to Jackson Buller. Went behind him. Picked up by Zachy Webb. Webb gets the ball. He goes back to the blind end side, and he comes straight into the face of Tommy Pickersgill, who puts him down. Now they've lost ground on the Scrimger. Scrimger gets a bit of running up momentum, and he charges there. It's the last tackle already. Can they get a repeat set? Here's Jacob Ellis. He goes across field. Puts a little kick through. Did it come off the Scone hands as he went to retrieve it? I think that was Isaac Austin bomber.
Yeah,
so for the first time this match, it's only taken 65 minutes to get a repeat set of 6, and on this occasion they're going to have another dig at the Scone defensive line, and it's like trying to get into Fort Knox at the moment.
Yeah, probably like to see if in this scrum, let Jacob and Logan just see if they could sort of match up on Freddie and young Hawkshaw and just go in a foot race. I know it's only first tackle, but you're 36-0 down, but I think that's the best.
They've got to try the hand, Bomber.
That's the best avenue, I think.
Here's Jackson Ball with the scrum feed. ball. He gets the ball, long pass out the back to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis gets wide. He goes an outline onto Logan Ellis. He's trying to work his way over. He goes into the arms of Ryan Hawkshaw. He's very close to the sideline. Only a metre out. He's going to play the ball. I don't think Logan got out of that tackle cleanly. He's got a bad leg there. The ball goes out to Jacob Ellis, and the pass from dummy half was not great at all from young Bowdy, and it went to ground. It went straight at Jacob's ankles. Logan Ellis has got a little bit of a leg injury, but Scone off the hook there. Here's Isaac Austin. Already Scone are at their own 30.
Yeah, unfortunately, Banco, when you come on out of reserve grade to play first grade, you're entitled to deliver a decent pass from dummy half, and that wasn't the case.
Okay, here's the ball. Thorne tackled. Now Corey Martin's saying that the Scone boys were not, the Denman boys, you should say, were not square at marker.
He didn't affect the tackle.
Yes, he did.
Mark's here.
Scone kick for touch, courtesy of Jacob Watts, and Wattsy is, they're going to have the ball 40 out from the Denman line. Here's Isaac Austin. No, Joel Harrison takes a tap restart. He gets to the 30, had Isaac on the charge, but he ignored him. Clydesdale at dummy half onto Watts. Short pass onto Daniel Ritter. How many times I said that tonight? Here's onto Tommy Hagan. They're still alive there. Ball goes in behind Pickersgill. They've held him back now. It's got to be a professional foul. Corey Martin's not going to fall for that. It's probably a good thing. Is that a sin bin? Because if Jacob was going to tow it through, who would have caught him? Who would have caught him, Bomber?
I don't know. It'd be a big call to be a sin bin 30 out in your own line, but stranger things have happened.
But, you know, it was a scrum penalty. Anyway, I reckon Jacob was going to kick that forward. He would have retrieved that, Jacob. Don't make no bones about it. Here's the tap restart from Zach Webb. They're inside the Scone half, 30 metres out from their line.
Imagine that tomorrow night. Our car gets pulled back after drop and gets sent to the sin bin, the old mate does.
Oh, my goodness. Here's Scrimger. They're coming at him. Who's that around his melon? Tommy Hagan around Scrimger's head. All in the ruck there. Are they offside? Fair income. Here's Isaac McCormick. Gets the ball off the dummy half and he goes back in behind the ruck. He unloads a little flick pass back to Scrimger. Scrimger runs straight into the weight and arms of Adam Clydesdale. They're only about 15 metres out centre field. Ball goes to Dylan Thorne off Gretsch at dummy half. He goes at Tommy Hagan and Ritter. He's tackled 2 metres out from the Scone line. Give him a try. Here's Scrimger. Both those two front rows, this set of 6 has been outstanding from both those boys. They were right there. That's a dead set rake. As Corey Martin saw that, what's he saying? He's
knocked on by them as they've stripped it.
Yeah, it's knocked on by Scone.
Yeah. Knocked on by Scone.
Knocked on by Scone. He tried to rake it out.
It was obviously only a one-on-one tackle, otherwise it would have been a penalty, wouldn't it have been?
Yeah.
You'd think so.
There was one in there. There was a few standing around, but as he's gone to strip the ball, he's dropped it forward.
Spot on, Reggie. So Denman have got the scrum. They've got deep back line left and right, directly in front under the post, 10 metres out.
I'd imagine Wattsy be pretty keen to keep a nil scoreline here. So
he'll be furious if they let Denman score here. Jackson Ball's going to feed the scrum. We've got under 11 minutes to go. It's 36-0 here in the round 8 Denman Bengalla clash. Denman Bengalla clash. The Bengalla Group 21 clash. Jackson Ball gets the ball from the scrum base, gives it out to Jacob Ellis. He shows it under twice. He does a little bit of a dance move on. Who's that out there? That's Ryan Hawkshaw, and he takes him down to his credit. He gets the ball. They play it. Here's Carl Bowd from dummy half. He's only a metre or two out, and he hasn't. No, he gets up to play the ball. They need a good quick play. The ball goes wide to Gretsch. On to number 14 there. I can't see who that is. That's a one-on-one strip, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Number 14 is...
You can call that, Bomber. Scone it was a one-on-one strip, and quite correctly, Scone have now got the ball 10 out, 15 out from their own line. Here's Tommy Hagan down the right-hand side. They'll go that short side again, make no bones about it. He does. He goes down there. Here's Adam Clydesdale. Takes off from dummy half and makes about 10 metres. He's tackled on his own 40-metre line. Ball goes out there to, who's that? That's Jake Watts. No, that's Jared Wicks. My apologies. It's the last already. I thought they still had 2 to go. There's a kick down from the Scone boys, and it's gone into touch 10 metres out from the Denman line. Well, actually 20 metres out.
Add another 10. Well, they're not keen to pack the scrum. That's one thing.
Boys,
Sure.
is that the first time a kick's gone into touch tonight?
Probably.
Think about it.
Yeah, it is.
I reckon it is, Every other kick's been either
Down the throat of the
fullback or fumbled by someone, and I think that's the first kick restart from a kick that we've had.
We could get a penalty here off the scrum, Bomber. Watch out.
There's a little bit of a niggle here from Mick Radford and Dylan Thorne on this side of the scrum. They're not. They're really got a good battle going there. Zach Webb from the scrum base gets the ball. Is it Scrimger? Was it? Yeah. My apologies to Dylan. Ball goes out to Jackson Ball onto Scrimger again. I thought Scrimger's had a really good game, Bomber.
Yeah, his work rate's been high.
Here's Gretsch with the ball, comes down this short side onto Reynard, and Reynard gets the ball and he gets up over his own 30. Had a solid game again, Reynard. Gretsch from dummy half jumps out, he's got no support. He gives it back to Reynard, and Reynard Ladigan will go forward, gets up over his own 40. Good run from them two boys. Gretsch from dummy half, long ball out to Jackson Ball, goes himself. He throws the dummy, comes across, high shot around the shoulders, was it? And he's called a penalty. No, he has called a penalty. Jackson is down. I thought it was high, boys. I thought it was high.
He's down. Fucking around the head.
Who was that come across?
I think it was either Radford or Ritter.
It was Radford, because he's patting him. Radford, I think, comes sideways and hit Jackson Ball.
Jackson's got that, I think, that natural step off the left foot that he possessed, and I think he stepped straight into a bit of an arm around the melon area.
I've got to say, for Jackson Ball, Bomber, he had to step up. I don't know if you know that, but he had to step up as coach of the reserve grade side after Alyssa Karma was suspended. So Jackson took that role on, and he's done exceptionally well under very, very difficult circumstances. And every week he's playing A grade as well as coaching and captain coaching the reserve grade side. So
Jackson's a good footballer.
It's a credit to Jackson.
Jackson's a fellow that would dearly love to probably play first grade without that. And I think 70 minutes of reserve grade.
I think his dad's imposed HIA on him straight away, and Pete's saying he needs to come. So Jamie Carter's going to replace Jackson, who I thought has had a fairly good game so far, Jackson. So it's unfortunate. So Denman have got the penalty here, about 45 out, 5 shy of halfway. So Isaac's going to kick for touch. Let's see if for the last 6 or 7 minutes they can put something on the board at the very least. It's 36-0 here. Isaac McCormick caught them all napping. Instead of kicking for touch, they were all about 30 metres out. So he took the quick tap, and he's now 35 out from the Scone line. He went himself, Isaac. Showed good speed too. Here's Tommy Mann off the dummy half, off Gretschy. He goes forward again. 30 out from the Scone line. Watch how urgent this Scone defence is, Bomber. Their line defence off the to the ad line is just sensational. There's Gretschy at dummy half. It's still 20 out. Ball goes out to the left-hand side to Jacob, who's tried very, very hard all night. He just can't find that hole that he desperately needs to zip through. All that support for that matter. Ball goes out here to Dylan Thorne. Dylan's going to try and charge. Oh, who come in hard then? Was that Tommy Hagan? No, it was Ritter. And he pushed off Ritter. He unloaded to someone. I can't see the number, but he's going to rule to the try line. Gretschy scored. What a great run from Dylan Thorne. Did you see the collision there between him and Daniel Ritter? And Ritter come off worse. Dylan unloaded it to Gretschy, who darted over to the left-hand side. And Denman, with less than 7 minutes to go, are finally on the scoreboard.
Yes, it was a big charge, big body check. Bounced back out of it, and he just got his arms free, and Gretschy was hanging around. He got a try. Probably good reward for the boys. I know it's going to end up 36-4 at the moment, but to get something out of the game, they've hung in there, and there's been times, Benko, where I thought it was going to turn into a 50-point ball game more so than a 36-4 ball game.
You guys just gave Adam Gretsch credit, and that's great vision by you guys, because Neil Barry's just said that try was scored by, I don't know who scored it, and you put your hand up.
Who put their hand up?
I don't know.
I think we're on a better angle.
Bomber's got better eyes than me. I've always said these damn night games out here at Denman, I really struggle in that far corner.
Try doing it at Scone.
Well, Scone's another kettle of fish altogether. So Isaac McCormick's going to try and convert this. It's 36 points to 4. Round 8 clash of the Bengalla Group 21 competition. Under 7 minutes to go. He moves in. He strikes it. He puts it through. Oh, it's hit the right upright, unfortunately for Isaac. So it stays 36 points to 4.
Well, Banker, if there's one thing that's evident after watching tonight and watching Denman a few times is they need all their troops on deck.
No question.
Yeah. As much as the boys will battle hard and do their job for the club to step up there, everyone's got to be on deck.
Yeah, right now, you've nailed it, Bomber. Right now, I don't think there's been a week since that Gretschy would be comfortable with saying that he's had his strongest available team on the paddock.
Yeah.
And look, this is happening group-wide, and I'm not just trying to say that about Denman, but it's the way of the beast. It's the nature of the beast right now. On the kick restart, it goes to Jackson Ball, and Jackson Ball gets the ball onto Scrimger, and Joshy Scrimger gets the ball. He charges 15 metres out from his own line. Here's Zach Webb, who's had a fair game as well, Webby. He gets to his own 20, centre field again. The Scone defence is still urgent as it was at the very opening kick-off, Bomber. Here's Reynard Ladding goes under a high shot. Well, I mean, it was clearly high around his melon. Here's Gretschy onto Zach Webb. He goes into the defence. Good hit from Isaac Austin. And Ritter gets up. Looks good. Quick play the ball onto Jackson Ball. First receiver. Gives an unders ball to Dylan Thorne, who gets to the 40. He's still post-contact murders from Dylan all night's been sensational. Him and Ritter have had an absolute doozy of a battle. Here's Jackson Ball. Long pass out to Jacob Ellis. Onto his brother Logan. They're looking for some room to move. Logan puts it long. Grubber kick through. Who's under it? Hayden Topless. He gets the ball and he collects it 25 metres out from his own line. The ball goes on to Ryan Hawkshaw, and Hawkshaw, really good momentum run there from Hawkshaw into the Denman defence. And what's he, a bit of a slow play of the ball. He's up. He gives it on to Freddie Adams, and Freddie Adams gets the ball. They're still shy of halfway, Scone. There's under 4 minutes to go. It's 36 points to 4. They'll be looking for another try. I reckon Aaron Watts will be spewing they let Denman in there, Bomber.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really dodgy tackle from poor old Joshy Scrimger. He's picked him up right on the halfway line, and it didn't look good, Bomber.
Nah,
didn't look good, and there's a bit of a melee right on the halfway line there. I can't see who the player was that went down for Scone. I don't know. It was Ritter. It might have been. Let's see in a minute. Let's listen to what Corey Martin has to say.
Could be Daniel. Could be Daniel. I'm not sure.
I think it was Daniel Ritter.
Yeah, it's number 15.
Jakey Collison.
Jakey Collison. Scrimger picked him up, and Jakey
Just go behind that red line for me.
Yeah. Well, we know there's a penalty coming at the very least.
I think it's pretty cut and dry, Banco. Dangerous tackle, penalty.
It wasn't a great tackle. It was not a great tackle.
Yeah.
He's going to put him in the bin with under 3 minutes to go.
About running in. I think it is. Yeah, penalty Scone. So, Dan, and your number 10, please.
Who was that? Mickey Radford.
He's got him
last
for
game this year.
Got him for third man.
Third man in. He'll go to the bin here, Michael Radford, for his last game this year.
He's told him on his head, but you've come in, you're the third man in, right? There's no need for it, right? 5 to go. That's all. And you usually get the penalty.
He's been hit over there with a feather duster.
Yeah, 8.
It was more like a piece of straw.
He's done him on his head. He's going to go sit there.
Seriously, what's the point of sending him to the bin? He knows he screwed up. Why would you send him to the bin with 2 minutes to go?
It's only the outspear tackle. You're either sent off or you're on.
Well, the best that's going to happen, look, he knows it was bad as a penalty. I mean, it was shocking. But is there anything to be gained? The only thing is Scone's going to score another 6 points against 12 men. Here's the restart. Joel Harrison with the tap restart, 30 out. He gives it on to Isaac Austin. Austin goes straight into the arms of Reynard. A great tackle from Reynard and Jamie Carter. Clydesdale dummy half onto Watts. Inside to Radford. That could quite possibly be his, it won't say that his last run for 2019. Onto Watts. Inside the 20. Onto Wicks. Wicks gets the ball. He shows and goes. He gives it inside. Oh, Hayden Topless fumbled it. He had a try all over him. So it's a knock on to the Scone boys. Yeah. That was one that got away from them.
Yeah, a try for all money. Just
Great run.
let him down.
Great run from Jared Wicks, boys.
Yeah, with that extra number over there too, Banco, they're playing 12. They'll push the ball around here for the last couple of minutes if they do get the ball.
Yeah, well, it's a scrum feed to Denman, 10 out from their own line. I see Nathan Barry's going to come back on for the last
There must be someone
90 seconds.
There must be someone terribly injured for a bloke to be interchanged with 90 seconds left.
What's interesting is if they've had subs up their sleeve with 90 seconds to go. Here's Zach Webb from the scrum base, and he's hitting a good tackle there from Watts and Isaac Austin.
Young Reese has got a bad shoulder.
Yeah, that's true. Lukey Reese. Adam Clydesdale just monstered poor old Reynard, and he gets up and plays the ball. Gretsch onto Jamie Carter. Look at the Scone defence, Bomber. They are dead set, absolutely bustling. Here's Nathan Barry. Go forward, Nathan. And he does. He gets out to his own. So look at the post contact from Baz. Well done. Gets the ball out to Gretchy at first receiver. Long pass out to Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis on to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne gets the ball. He goes straight through to Tommy Pickersgill. Over the top to Tommy Mann. Tommy Mann gets the ball and he gets outside just over his own 40. It's the last tackle. 36 points to 4. There's under 90 seconds to go. Here's Jacob Ellis gets the ball. He puts a kick through and it goes straight into the arms of Jared Wicks, who then hands it on to Ryan Hawkshaw, who fumbles it. It's into Denman's hands. It goes on to Reynard Ladigan, and Ladigan gets the ball and he's tackled 40 metres out with about a minute to go here in this match. Logan Ellis at dummy half onto Nathan Barry. He fumbled it, but he went, he's absolutely body slammed there by Isaac Austin. And who's the other guy? Radford. Goodness me, that was a hell of a tackle. And he fumbled it at dummy half. And poor old Nathan Barry, he's not well after that. And that's a full-time siren. They've called the full-time siren in the background.
Look at that for teamship.
That is great. Nathan's been absolutely knocked out, I'd say, in that tackle, and he got up fumbling, but then a few boys, there's a little bit of a set to here. There's no need for that.
Daniel Ritter went in there, and I think it was Daniel Ritter. Yeah,
Nathan is groggy as hell, and Peter Ball is trying to hold him up, but to the Scone boys' credit, it was a tough tackle and a fair tackle. They went in to see how young Nathan was, and there's no... Yeah.
Daniel just went in to stabilise him. So
absolutely. So they're all together. Yeah. It's full time. There's hugs all around right now. 36 points to 4 in the Bengalla Group 21 clash.
I think we just have to pay tribute to Mick Radford for this season.
Oh, no question, mate. He's been absolutely outstanding, Mick Radford. If it is his last game, is that certain?
Oh, he's going overseas.
Mate, he has been tremendous. I watched that game up there at Aberdeen a few weeks ago when they gave Aberdeen a pasting on that night game, and he was absolutely brilliant in everything he done. Bomber, I think this score could have blew out to 50 or 60 points.
They battled hard, Denman.
The defence in the first half obviously took a toll.
Yeah, 18-0 at half time. They were up against it right from the first kick-off early. Benko, we knew they were down on numbers, but to get out of it 36-4, obviously Adam Clydesdale had a hand in 3 or 4 tries, and if it was last week and they played Denman, Adam's not playing, it might have been a tighter game, but just watching Adam play and it goes for all the other two sides in the comp. If you can't shut him down for 80 minutes, he's going to get you. He's going to get you somewhere through the game. And there at Denman, there was 3 or 4 patches where he just got him, and it just kept him at 14, 20 points in front of him. And for mine, Adam played well. Denman, Tommy Mann, I thought had struggled a bit in first grade, but tonight he done a lot of work. He's still probably a couple of seasons off being a seasoned first grader. He tried hard. Jacob Ellis tried hard.
I thought the front rows were really, really good.
They had to, with probably limited time off the field. They tried to alternate them as best they could. But all in all, next week obviously Denman should have a few more blokes back on, and Dylan Thorne having a couple of games under his belt. But on the flip side, Scone will obviously welcome back a couple of players, depending on what the shift is, how many players play next week for Scone. But all in all, Denman wouldn't be happy with it, but 36-4 with the numbers down, I'd probably take that away.